Welcome back to Glam and Gossip. It's Sunday, so you know what that means. We are spilling the tea. We are diving into pop culture. We are diving into news. We are diving into the latest beauty and fashion trends, and we're gonna talk about the latest makeup launches as well. Go grab your makeup, go grab your snacks. Let's get into this. The first story I want to talk about today is Hayden Panettiere and her life and legacy. We do know that over the weekend she sadly passed away, and there's an investigation into what happened to her. They're speculating online what they think happened to her. The DEA is involved, so it has become a federal case. But I wanted to talk about her life, legacy, and impact in this segment alone. Hayden was born on August 21st, 1989. At the time of me filming this, which is Friday, it is her birthday. So rest in peace, Hayden Panettiere, and happy heavenly birthday. Hayden had a huge impact on millennials and Gen Z. Hayden starred in movies like Bring It On, All or Nothing. That's the movie I remember her from. That's where most people remember her from. She was in Ice Princesses. She was on Heroes. She was on Nashville. She was on a ton of movies and shows. She's been in the public eye since she was a child. She did over 50 commercials. Would go on to be in Bring It On, and she would star next to Solange, I think her name is. A lot of people loved Hayden Panettiere. Tons of celebrities made tributes to her. She was born in Palisades, New York. Interviews how her relationship was with her mother and how it was rocky. I don't know the ins and outs of that. I did sit down and watch that interview that she had, her very last interview. She even shaped the fashion in the early 2000s. Like, when we think of Hayden's fashion, that was the core of early 2000s fashion. She was very open about the trauma and abuse she faced in her interview. She had talked about wanting a normal relationship with her mother. And she talked about like cutting her off and firing, that she desired a mother-daughter relationship with her mom, but it always felt like business. But the Neutrogena and the Hayden split, like where that riff came, Hayden had said in the interview, which I will put here, I'm not gonna play any clips or anything, told them about her struggle, her postpartum depression. And she had said that they fired her for it. She wasn't asked back the next year. That's what she had said. Have fans upriled. A lot of people are saying they're not going to support Neutrogena anymore. And then her last campaign was with PETA. They did release the campaign. And it was about her advocacy for dolphins and their captivity. Talked about how heartbreaking it was to give up custody of her daughter. And she said originally she wasn't gonna do that. She's saying she fought it at first interview, that she fought him taking her to Europe. She opened up about being medicated very early in life. She was given, I'm gonna say ills because I don't know, ills and rugs because I don't know what gets, flagged by YouTube. So I'm open about a bunch of things. We're going to see her grandparents, and her daughter's relationship with grandmother, and she said that she calls her Super Nonna, which, if you guys don't know what Nonna means, it just means grandma in Italian. So I wanted to go into also the abuse that Hayden faced, because I feel like this is a thing that really needs to be highlighted. Hayden had a order of protection against her ex-boyfriend. I'm not gonna name him because he does not deserve the media, and I seen the interview of him gloating after Hayden exposed the abuse. The segment in her book was about him throwing something at her. I believe it was a cell phone. And he's just sitting there in that interview smiling. But she had in her book, and she had actually read it in the interview, she had detailed the abuse. She had talked about having an order of protection, that 5 years of the order of protection, and that the media was saying that she had hired security leading up to his release. She had hired It's very, very sad what happened to Hayden. I think it's very sad that she felt like she needed to go back, and looking at it like her mom not, you know, recognizing, hey, I need my mom, or recognizing that, you know, my baby girl, she needs help. I think it's very sad. But we see these in these relationships is the child star, you know, they get brought into the spotlight, not like they asked, but they get brought into the spotlight. Talked about the firing of her mother, when she fired her, and she talked about the rift, her wanting a relationship with her mom. I don't know the details of that. I'm not going to get into that. I'm not going to sit there and bash someone's family after their daughter just passed away. I'm not going to do that. I don't know what the relationship was. All I know is what Hayden said in the interview. But I wanted to get into the life, legacy, and impact that Hayden Panettiere had, because she just brought communities together. She brought the Black community together. She brought the Asian community together. She brought the Latino community together. Every race, gender, etc. She brought them together. Ice Princesses, her legacy there with Michelle, and you know, her legacy with Bring It On, All or Nothing. That's how I remember her. That's the very first movie I watched with Hayden Panettiere, and she shaped a lot of our childhood. Cheerleaders chose to cheer. She's a reason why a lot of kids chose to go the ice skating route. She's had a huge impact, because if we look at her life and we look at what she's told the media and she's told the public and she's told her friends, she also details her experience with paparazzi and saying she used to hide from paparazzi, and sometimes she wouldn't go out so that they couldn't get a shot. And then, you know, she went to regular school, and then she went from being in middle school, 6th to 8th grade, and then going to the distance learning with balancing an acting career and balancing school in high school. So we need to focus on that. Is this girl did not have a childhood. This girl didn't have a regular life. All she knew was cameras in front of her. And her first commercial started when she was 11 months old, because her impact was huge. And it's hurt a lot of people. A lot of people are deeply grieving the loss of Hayden. So I just want to say rest in peace, Hayden. I know she struggled as well with the loss of her brother, 36. She would have turned 37 today. She passed away at 36. And that Narcan was found at the scene as well of where she was found. I just feel like in the whole, like, when every time there is a celebrity passing, why is TMZ immediately releasing the crime scene footage? Why are you immediately releasing that? I just feel like that should be kept private while they're investigating. I'm not gonna go into any true crime or anything. If there's any updates about her case, I might go into that. I'm not gonna go the true crime route with Glam and Gossip, because I just don't have the experience enough. They've watched a ton of true crime documentaries, but I'm no expert, and I want to save it to the people who do go within that route. But I just wanted to mention that there was Narcan found at the scene. There was a bunch of ills given to the police saying these are the medications she is on. But yeah, the DEA is involved in her case now. Nancy Grace is on the case as well. But I wanted to tell Hayden's story from her perspective. You could sit there and you could look at every relationship she's been in. That's not going to tell her story. What I want to talk about is the power outage in Gary, Indiana. Gary, Indiana is a predominantly Black neighborhood, and they have been coming to social media to tell us that they have no power. They've been out of power for over a week, and there's no sign of when the power is coming back in. There's been speculation that a data center is being built in that area. A lot of people are coming onto social media to say there's gun violence right now, that people are breaking into homes, that it's very, very bad right now. There's a loss of income. There is trees everywhere, cars, streets, etc. It's like an apocalypse in Gary, Indiana, and they need our help. Any resources I could find, I will put up. I just wanted to bring this to your attention. Media is not talking about it. I don't know if they're trying to bury this, but Gary, Indiana has been without power over a week. There's no signage as to when they are going to get their power back. Children are out of school because the power outage. Have been going to work and they do have power, so there was another girl that went to work and they had actually put meals aside for their children. I also want to talk about the fact that they have to line up in line for these 100 food vouchers. They're not just handing them out, they're not just putting them in their mailbox, they're making them stand in line. And there's no FEMA out there. Keith Lee had said he's going to go out there, but I wanted to bring awareness to what is going on in Gary and Indiana. No one has come out to help, and they're questioning if this was intentional. The next topic I am going to get into is about Hassan Piker. The internet is in a uproar about Hassan Piker. Users are saying, why is everyone talking about Hassan? What's so great about him? And why is everyone obsessed with him? That's basically what they're saying in the world. I will say that I do support Hassan. I do like the impact he is making on the youth. He is a voice of reason. He is a voice of questioning. He's a voice of challenging. And he has built his own platform. Yes, he has the wealth now, but it took a while for him to get there. And he's not like, it's like, okay, he's the opposite side of what you would think a rich person values are. The thing is he is a streamer. He has made it where he's made an impact. He's used his platform for good. He's seen at ICE protests. He's seen at Palestinian protests. He's seen where he needs to be. And then they're trying to charge him with domestic terrorism because he went and helped Cuba, and like questioning why he went to Cuba. And he literally streamed why he was in Cuba. And the media still attacks him, and the government still attacks him. I mean, Hassan even went like the beginning. Like, when you think early stages of the genocide, Hassan was arrested and detained. He grew up Muslim. He was born in Jersey. He was born in New Jersey, and he grew up in Turkey. So he has the knowledge of, his culture, and he has the understanding of the propaganda in this country. He grew up in Turkey, and then Hassan came back here when he was 18 years old. Who was making such a huge impact on the youth, who was making such huge impact in the world. Like, if you think of all these other streamers, they're just giving your children brain rot. That's what teaching them about the propaganda. He's teaching them about the impact of standing up for yourself, because look at all the situations he's been in where he's had to play defense. And I know that people fall and they sell out with their morals and everything. But he is not somebody who is sold out. He political commentary, and he does other commentary. But the majority of his focus is political commentary. So you got his political commentary. It's digestible. You want to listen to it. I feel like the media doesn't like him because they're mouthpieces. They read from a teleprompter. He doesn't read from a teleprompter. He has what's on his mind and he says it. That's what I'll say. Is a lot of people don't like him because he speaks his truth. He doesn't fall to the propaganda. Exploding hair mousse. So the company, I'm gonna put up it right here, 6.76 fluid ounces. They had recalled it, risk of explosion. There was a customer that had experienced bruising on their hand from the hair mousse. So there's 25 batch codes. I did take a screenshot. I will put them up here. 25 batch codes. I think it's crazy that everything is getting recalled. Our beauty products are getting recalled. Our food is getting recalled. There's been so much food that has been getting recalled. Is actually insane. Read it from here. The affected states are Jersey, Alaska, Arizona, Michigan, Missouri, Ohio, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, and Washington. And I got my coffee right here because I'm half awake. Story we've got up is actually about Outer Banks. Outer Banks is wrapping up their season finale their season final with season 5. I believe it's out now. I believe it came out on August 20th. It was something around that. I haven't watched it. I haven't sat down and watched it. I will probably watch it this weekend and watch the series. I'm a binge watcher. Like, once I start a series, I have to finish it in like 2 days. Because I'm like, every time you go online, they want to spoil the series for you. I mean, I'm immediately trying to watch the series before I get any spoilers on the internet, because you guys know how it happens. It's like, an editor is going to be an editor. 9 times out of 10, you're going to get spoiled from an edit of the series that you like. A lot of the cast members have been asked about a spinoff, if they would come back for a spinoff. And they are teasing and saying that if they were invited back, that they would. Fans are speculating that if there is a spinoff, it's going to be about Ward, John Bean's dad, possibly the reveal of JJ's mother. We all know that JJ was killed off in the series, but fans are speculating that if it does come back, that it's going to be a spinoff of the parents, and it's going to be like how they met. Kooks and Pogue beef all started, when that rift started. That's what they believe it's going to be about. Teenage years of them, but I don't think it's going to be the childhoods. I don't know. I do know in the series that there was a leak of Madeline Klein and Madison Bailey, and Madison Bailey was giving out a cake and saying that they were celebrating Sarah's birthday on set, so they had extra cakes, and she had given it to the locals. There was a clip of that going around. But would you watch a spinoff? What do you think about the possibility of a spinoff? A lot of fans are saying it's time to wrap up the series. It's time for it to go. Other fans are saying that they would like to see a spinoff. What do you guys think about a possible spinoff? I'm not mad at that. I think that would be cool. So what I'm going to talk about is my experience at the Italian American Festival. I was gonna do a video for you guys showcasing my culture and, you know, giving you a peek into the desserts we eat and the food we eat. Say is they put Italian next to that festival name. There was nothing Italian about it. There was no. But anyways, back to what I was saying about the festival. So I went to the festival, and when I was there, I did not feel comfortable. I hate how my culture was showcased. You're letting these girls walk around like with their butts out in front of children. That is not our culture. Like, if you see the nonas and you see your grandma and your ass is out in front of your grandmother and you're Italian, you're getting called a putana. But I wanted to give you a peek into my culture, and that's what this Friday's video was going to be about. But I did not like it. I did not like how my culture was represented. Italians, we are very classy. We might be a little crazy, but when we're in public, we keep it classy. I genuinely felt like it was appropriated and that it was misrepresented. I mean, how the hell do you have an Italian festival? You don't play any Italian music. There's no Italian memorabilia, not Italia shirts, nothing. None of that was there. How the hell are you going to call yourself Italian? And they have white supremacy, and I don't fuck with that in any type of way. You don't put love into the food. How the hell are you going to be at a Italian festival and your food is going to taste like shit? How the hell are you going to represent our culture like that? We can cook. The majority of us can cook. The majority of Italian women, we can cook. Put into the food. How the hell are you going to represent our culture like that? You want people to think that that's how Italians roll? Make it look like we're all white supremacists? Get the fuck out of here. Like, me and my grandma, we just kept saying it when we called each other on the phone. We debriefed after all of that. We're like, there was nothing Italian about that. And my grandma's full-blooded Italian, but that whole experience at the festival gave Sundown Town. That's how you want to represent our people? Our people who came over off the fucking boat, worked their ass off, made opportunities for you, and that's how you pay them back? That's a slap in the fucking face to all Italians. The only thing I bought there was a cannolo for Bella Ciao. What is that? A fight against fascism. Fight against fascism. That's what we're known for. And you want to put white supremacy next to our fucking flag? Get the fuck out of here. The way you represented our culture is a fucking sin. Our mothers were always covered up. Our mothers' asses weren't out. No, that was putan. Just when I think of it, like, I can't shake it. I had to pray when I came home because I just felt like so much evil energy attached itself to me. That is what I felt like. I came home and I prayed. Something was very off about that festival. Jen Affleck from Mom Talk, she had in an interview with Us Weekly, or Us Weekly, I think it's Us Weekly, and she had talked about her new show, because you guys know, if you didn't know, Orange County and Mormon Wives, they are filming. They've either wrapped up filming or they've been filming, and she opened up about originally being hesitant of joining the project. She had talked about the reason why she was hesitant, and then it was about when season 2 she stepped away from Secret Life of Mormon Wives, when she stepped away, you know, when she was depressed, and then that had came on to the show and she had taken a step back from that. She had said that this time she didn't step back because she wanted to showcase her prenatal depression and her postpartum depression. She said that maybe it could help somebody who is suffering from depression. Okay, next up we've got is Mark's recent interview, and he was asked a bunch of questions while hooked up to a lie detector test. We all know how those end. But he was asked a series of questions, and one of the questions was about Luigi Mangione. And they were asking about, like, his court appearance, like when he appeared on Christmas Eve. I can't remember the brand. I think it was Mason Margiela, sold out, and he was asked if he would style Luigi for court, and they had talked about all the celebrities he had styled for court. When asked if Luigi was a trendsetter, he said yes. But it was so funny because I was watching the interview. I watched it last night, and they were asking him a bunch of questions, like, what else did they ask him? They were asking him about, like, his leaked photo when he posted it to Instagram, and then he asked if he regretted it, and he said no, and then he talks about, like, his shirt he wore. I guess it was a caption or whatever. And then he had talked about, like, he was just being funny. 1 o'clock in the morning when I was watching it. Final story we've got is Ariana Madix is returning to Broadway. She was last on Broadway in 2024 for Chicago. And she is returning for Just in Time, place in the 50s, 60s. And she will be playing Connie Francis. Velvet Chic is trending. The dress is green and the flowering is black. So this is one way you guys can style it, so you can add a jacket to it, but it doesn't really need a jacket. And then I also found these. So these are more of like a hippie pants style. I wanted to do fall because, like, we're gonna be in fall. I probably will do next week a colorful look. And then for the day after my birthday, I don't know what I want to do then. I'll probably do this makeup for my birthday makeup. I don't know yet. Like, the more glam, the better. The next trend we've got up is the denim dress trend. 2 denim dresses that you guys can, like, style. It's like a checkered, but with bows as well. This is a really cute way. I mean, if you like the coquette style, you want to add the coquette into fall, this is a way you guys can do it. So I found this dress one, and this one's more of like an elegant denim look. And this is perfect for fall as well because you see more deeper denim in the autumn and winter seasons. So the first sneakers we have, I found these chocolate and pink ones. The base of the shoe is brown, and then it's got the stripe of the pink, and then it's got the pink laces. These are really cute. I mean, the chocolate and pink is taking over again this fall. So it's a suede and white, so it's like the olive green and the white. This is another way you guys, so pretty. I'm in love. Next trend we have taking over is stripes. So stripes, all types of stripes are taking over. So this is a fun look to the trend. I didn't want to do just stripes, ugly stripes, because I don't like ugly stripes. I like the pinstripes. It's brown and this blue pinstripe shirt, very cute. I found a white and pink one, so this is another way you guys can get in on the trend. And so I found this one, but it's got like the scrunching in the waist, because you know how some girls like to do the scrunching, kind of like the corset look, but not where, you know, you're crushing your lungs and can't breathe type of look. It just snatches you right in. And then this, which is a white, chocolate, and pink striped shirt. So this is another way you guys. Also these, which are fun, they're more like pleated. So it's got the stripe and pleated, and pleating makes your clothes look more classier. Okay, and then we have another, but this is an asymmetrical trim. Asymmetrical is taking over, and it's going to be taking over for autumn. The brown and white striped shirt, so this is another way you guys can get on the trend. You could do this with brown velvet pants, and that would pop this outfit. Next trend we're going to move on to is the croc embossed trend. I found a few pieces. So first up we've got is the Cobra. We've got this drawstring clutch. Gorgeous croc embossed dress. And it's got a slit in the leg. Croc embossed jacket, but it's got the fur moment. So if you want to be unique, it's got croc and it's got fur. Act croc embossed heel. Embossed jacket, so if you want to get in on the trend but you don't want to do it all croc, you could do this jacket on top of a black dress. And we've got this one, which is the off the shoulder croc. So, and then we've got a croc emboss. I'm gonna now move in to makeup trends. The blue eyeshadow trend, so it's been seen all over the runway. I'm gonna be doing a combination today. I'm gonna take a Superstar and Red Love, and I just came out with my perfect berry. It's fun to do ombre and make your own color. The next trend that's going to take over is green metallic eyeshadow. So I did swatch ours. This is our Lost Lagoon palette. So if you guys are wanting to get on the trend, you guys can get on the trend this way. But the green metallic eyeshadow is taking the runway by storm this season. Shades. A berry lipstick that's taking over. Black raspberry and raspberry shades are taking over in terms of lip colors this autumn. Metal smoky eyes are going to be taking over. Do the trend with this palette, our Glam Up palette, and you can do it with our Velvet Dust palette. Next up we've got is Zara Larsson. She did a leopard print makeup, and this sparked a trend all across TikTok. Leopard print trend is taking over right now. Zara Larsson was seen doing this look, and all the girlies love Zara Larsson, so they did copy and do this leopard makeup, and it's taking over TikTok right now. They're recreating her look, or they're creating a look similar to hers. A lot of people have posted tutorials and videos. Trending this autumn is eyeshadow sticks. So a lot of companies are going the route of eyeshadow sticks. We're gonna now move on to makeup launches. Got is Glamnetic, and they came out with fall nails. So we've got an autumn one right here. It's got pumpkins, it's got orange and clear pumpkins. So there's like a nail with orange. So we've got these nails, we've got these ghost ones that's just a ghoul, so we've got these ones. I think it is Jurique Boutique nails. Next up we've got is GLAM foundation. It is called the GLAM Lumi Lock and Go Cushion Foundation. A lot of brands are going the cushion foundation route. So GLAM has gone that route. There's 36 different shades, which is a very good shade range. I know Shein in the past has not had the best shade range. So it says 12-hour hydration, 12-hour wear, serum cream texture, melts into the skin and sets into a soft, firm, locks in natural luminosity, fresh, provides a fresh and radiant complexion. So it's like your skin but better type of look. So in the fair shades, we've got nude, shell, khaki fair, chantilly, porcelain, buttercream, rosy beige, and cream. Warm vanilla, bisque, sand, honey, amber, orchard, golden teak, cappuccino. In the medium to deep, we've got truffle, sienna, caramel, mahogany, spice, saddle, toffee, cashew, rich chai, pecan, mocha, hazelnut, sandalwood, cinnamon, spia, dark clove, auburn, and ganache. Those are the shades. This looks like a really good foundation. It does come with a puff so you can apply it to your face. And it looks like they've got a good shade range. It says select your shade, find your undertone. So I've taught you guys how to find your undertone. If you guys go back to the video, my beginner's guide to makeup series, I taught you guys how to find your undertone. They retail for $10.99, so that's not bad, 11 bucks. But yeah, the She Glam came out with a new cushion foundation. Milk Makeup, they came out with a lip liner and lip color in one. So these are the line and lip liner and all over lip color by Milk Makeup. We've got shades, shade Elevate, we've got shade Extra, we've got shade Mood, we got shade Muse, we got shade Cork, we got shade Shred, Valid, and Worked Up. I mean, the shades are a pretty good range for what they came out with, and this is a look at the shades, lip shades on multiple different skin tones. So this is Bet, Elevate, Drop, Worked Up, Valid, Cork, Shred, Muse, Extra, Mode. All of the lip colors. Moving on, and this is the final launch, is Pat McGrath came out with a invisible brow gel. There is a bleach blonde. There is amber honey. Okay, so these retail for 24 bucks. Shade white. Those are the shades in her collection. If you guys enjoyed episode 4 of Glam and Gossip, if you guys are new to my Glam and Gossip series, or you guys want to see more Glam and Gossip, hit that like button. If you are new to my channel, hit that sub button. I post every single Friday, and I post a Glam and Gossip episode every single Sunday. So I'll see you guys next Sunday. Take care. Bye, guys.